How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall, and today we're going to be talking about the new player that the Aggies signed, Jayland Randall. He was a very good player last season at Southern Indiana. He has experience playing basketball at Alabama A&M. While he wasn't as good at Alabama A&M as he was at Southern Indiana, he still, has built a impressive career, impressive resume. Averaged 15 points and 3 rebounds last year, to along with a team-high 1.4 steals. Averaged 3 points his freshman year and 7 points his sophomore year at Alabama A&M. So knows how to put the ball in the basket, that's what Hooten said after they signed him. And we're just going to get all into him and talk about a player that we offered out of high school, Curtis Coleman. He doesn't graduate until 2026, so next year. So if we were to sign him, he would obviously play with the Aggies during the 2026-27 season. And hopefully for longer if we were to sign him. But you just never know in college basketball nowadays. You sign a guy, you might only have him for a year, and you might not even have him for a day. They might just decommit and go commit somewhere else. I've seen this one guy, I can't remember his name. He committed to like 4 different schools in one off season. So anything can happen. But hopefully we don't have to, face a situation like that. Randall is a 6'5" guard, so yes, we have another guard. The Aggies are once again very guard heavy this year, like we've stated multiple times. And the more guards Hooten and his staff signs, the more that proves to be. But Hooten's had many guard-heavy teams in the past, and there's just been many guard-heavy teams in college basketball in general that have gone on to be very successful. So hopefully we can follow in those footsteps. Like I was saying earlier, Randall kind of struggled to find his groove at Alabama A&M his freshman year. Averaged 3.1 points in just 6 minutes a game, played 23 games, didn't start in any of them. But he was in the rotation for, a good chunk of the season, a little over half. Actually a decent amount over half. But he shot terrible from the field. He's only 18% from 3. That's rose up a lot. He only shot 18% from 3 both seasons he was at Alabama A&M. This past year he shot 37% from 3. So way improved. And he shot in the high 70s from the free throw line. So that's also good. And his field goal percentage overall just wasn't bad at all this past year. So he's definitely a guy that shot lights out compared to his first 2 years. And again, just knows how to put the ball in the basket. And playing in Indiana, you guys know Indiana is a big basketball state. And so for him to play in an environment like that, very impressive for him to just put up those stats at a Division I school. In his second season at Alabama A&M, he played in 33 games, started in 2 of them, played about 17 minutes a game, so his minutes per game upped a lot, averaged 7 points, but again, his shooting splits were kind of similar. His free throw improved a lot, and then this last year, averaging 15 points, 3 rebounds, 1.5 steals, and that's something he's always good at, even at Alabama A&M. He was really good on the defensive end. And again, Coach Hooten loves his guards who can play defense, and just players in general who can play defense, so no surprise here that Hooten went out to go sign him. I hadn't heard anything about this guy. He had offers from a bunch of other schools that I was seeing, but I didn't know he had an offer from NMSU, and obviously he took it, so that's great. He did play and start in 27 games last year for Southern Indiana, played about 29 minutes a game, and I've already named out his stats a few times, so overall just improved a lot. And a lot of times you just got to be in the right situation. So hopefully NMSU is the right situation for him. Again, it's going to be hard for him to really capitalize on that season he had last year just because we have so many other guards that can score in double figures. But this is as on the videos I made recently, talking about how a lot of our players can score the ball. And our offense should be much improved from last year. My biggest worry, I would say, is that since these guys are all big-time scorers, hopefully they can learn to develop during the offseason and learn how to do other things than just score the ball. And I know they can for sure. I mean, they're Division I basketball players. There's no doubt in my mind they can definitely adjust. We have 7 or 8 guys that can put the ball in the hole pretty well. Hopefully they can just learn how to play together well. And there's no doubt in my mind that they will, especially with Hooten leading the way and his whole coaching staff. It's great. And I think it's all going to come together well. Again, hopefully Coach Hooten can just, go out there, try to sign a little bit more forwards and posts, because our guard play looks great. And I thought we were going to be done, but we signed 2 or 3 more guards, after I thought we were going to be done. But can't be mad at it at all. We're at 13 players right now. So I'm sure Hooten's going to get a couple more players, but our roster is pretty much already made up almost, it looks like. So I definitely will be making that starting lineup video very soon. It's going to be very hard to predict just because so many guards. I'm not sure who's going to start, who's not. Obviously, experience-wise, it's going to help out a lot. So I'm not sure if Omar Smith coming in as a freshman is not going to play as much, or Gabe Pickens being a sophomore. But Gabe Pickens is going to be like our top returning guard. And so that's another thing you kind of factor in. And Jacoby was really close to starting last year. Coming back with a more, talented group, will he be able to be in the starting lineup? And I'm pretty sure both those guys, both Gabe and Jacoby, they're going to both be getting a lot of PT, being returners. But again, we have so many great options overall, which is great. But again, it can be harder for me to make that prediction video because I've never seen these guys play together. It's kind of hard just to go based off stats and their previous schools and what school, they went to a big school, a small school, and how they played compared to each other. But I'll do my best to make the best video possible. And, maybe you guys have predictions as well. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Overall, he's a great two-way player, can play both really well on offense and defense. Like I said, those steals are awesome. And he knows how to score the ball, a double-figure scorer. He's versatile, has a good work ethic, and that's what you need to be successful under Coach Huden. With all these signees, you can read up on their media relations page, see what Coach Huden has to say about them. And he's talked really highly about all of them. So that's why it's going to be hard to know who he's going to bench, who he's going to play, who he's not going to play. Because chances are the 7 or 8 guys, some of those guys are going to get DNPs here and there, or a lot, or maybe not that much. Obviously, we're playing against a Division II school. Everyone's going to play more than likely, assuming we blow out the team like we should. But we're playing in conference against a team like, Sam Houston, or we're playing a rival UNM, those big games or Conference USA title games or, tournament games, whatever it may be. You're only going to see 8 or 9 guys. And I highly doubt, all those players are going to be guards, obviously. We got posts and forwards to play and everything. So we'll see how Huden deals with it all. And he's obviously the best in the business. He's been doing this for 20 years now. So I'm sure he won't make any mistake. I do have to say I'm really impressed with how Huden and his staff have built this team. Really excited. I think everyone should. I think a lot of people on Twitter are really excited to see how they do. Just because at first it was the first month of the offseason was kind of tough. Nobody was getting signed or anything. Then slowly but surely we were signing a bunch of guys, and that was great to hear. There's always that question because this past year we obviously had a winning year, 17 and 15. I thought we could have been a lot better. I thought we could have been a 20 to 25 win team. I thought there was a lot of games that just didn't go our way, but still a really talented group. So it's going to be hard to build off from that. And just a second year of a rebuild. So there's a kind of pressure. Okay, this team's already winning. They got to make sure they continue that. We had so many, great guards leave that were seniors and stuff. Deontay Bostic, Christian Cook, Zadie Jackson obviously left for FIU, a different school in our conference, which hurt, but it is what it is. But I feel like we've just done a great job. I don't want to say replacing because I hate to say that word because it makes it I don't care about those guys anymore because obviously I do. It's just great to get those roles filled and, see a lot of action actually going on after that first month of, not a whole lot going on, obviously. He's going to be a great fit to the program and to the culture of the program that Huden's trying to build. And I think I've said everything I need to say. Really excited for this new signee. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this new signee, and I'm out.